The New England Patriots just made a brilliant move heading into their game against the Buccaneers. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. On the daily Patriots content, don't miss out. All you got to do, subscribe, notification bell, boom, hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Football's here this weekend. It's beautiful. We're November technically right now. If you didn't know, there's football on every single day. If you watch college football, whatever it might be, enjoy it while you can. Anyways, today what we're going to be jumping into, the Buccaneers as of right now is a top 10 teams in sacks. I believe ranked number 9 with 25 sacks on the year, which is pretty solid for them. On the flip side, we look at the New England Patriots. Sacks allowed, not good. Number 1 in the league, the Tennessee Titans, we should not be surprised, have mercy with 38, but not far behind at number 2 is the New England Patriots at 34. Now, I think a lot of people would look at this stat and they would conclude the correlation between those two. If I were not to show you any other stat on the New England Patriots, on Drake May, on their offense, on their record, overall record, I think you would say, yeah, the Patriots probably are bad again. They would probably say that, guaranteed. But correlation does not mean causation, does not mean they are doing bad. Drake May is balling out. He is setting the NFL aflame. And though getting sacked a ton, has figured a lot out. It's been great. But the question becomes this. They cannot continue to allow these sacks at the rate that it is going. It's not ideal. It's not great. And so a lot of people, especially a lot of fans, have been saying this offensive line, not as good as we said, not as good as we said, not as good as we said. Timeout, pump the brakes. Let's look at what Drake May has to say, because I think that's one of the most important things. And then on top of that, at the end of the episode, we're going to jump into some moves the Patriots made. But I think this is a brilliant move right here by Drake May, saying simply, listen, guys, a lot of these sacks I've taken have been my fault, have been me holding the football. And I want to credit those guys on the O-line for what they've done in the blitz pickup. Now, we've seen stunts thrown at them. And you know Todd Bowles is going to throw everything at this team come Sunday. You know it's going to happen. But we have seen them when it comes to certain blitz pickups, certain stunts that have not been ideal, especially that edge switching in, coming around on that A-gap has been rough for this team. But when it comes down to it, Drake is right. And it's a smart move, him coming out saying, defending his boys on the line, in the trenches, saying, listen, it's not always been them, it's been me. And that is true. Anyone who has watched New England Patriots football this year, though Drake May is playing out of his mind, there have been plenty of times where he has held the ball way too long. Way too long. And it's great to hear. And I think in this day and age, there's a lot of, in I guess any day and age, there's people who play quarterback. You have a lot of pride. And you can easily say, not maybe nonchalant and say that, but I think Drake May, when he says that, he means that. And first and foremost, and we're not even saying this, but that's what a leader should do. Hey, I'm defending my guys. That's first and foremost. But 2, the realization of, hey, I personally need to be better, taking accountability, saying I'm holding the ball way too long. And I think moving forward, especially going into a game against the Bucs that is one a top 10 team when it comes to sacks and their defense, hey, it's a good time to come to this realization. And so I think moving forward, you're going to see that number go down. Just my thought. I think it's something that the Patriots will work on. Drake realizes it. And so moving forward, though I think it's going to be a tough weekend against the Buccaneers in everything they're going to throw at us, I think Drake May is going to come in conscious of, hey, I've been doing this too long. I've been holding this way too long. I need to be smarter with the football. And that's possibly too, listen, hey, rolling out of the pocket, throwing the ball away. Is that the sexy move? No. Is it the smart move in a lot of cases? Yes. Do we need to force stuff? No. Now, if he's pinpoint accuracy like he's been, go ahead, Drake. Go ahead, fire it in. But when it comes down to it, in the pocket, quicker release, smarter play. It's going to make you look better. It's going to make that offensive line look better. Because again, There have been times this offensive line has looked great. And I love that, again, brilliant that he said, it's not all on the offensive line, it's on me. What are your thoughts? Comment below. Would love to hear from you. I think I also saw the stat, and I could be wrong when I say this, but the last 15 sacks that the Patriots have given up have been in the last 11 quarters, which is crazy to think. That's a lot. He's been getting sacked a lot. So comment below. Tell me what you think. I think this is a great move by Drake May moving forward into this game, coming to that realization, and should only help this team. But I love to see it. Leadership, second-year quarterback, balling out, May VP. What do you think? Comment below. But I think that's important that we had to talk about that because I think the offensive line's been getting dogged on a lot. Not saying they are the best line in the NFL. Not saying that. But we always have to say this. They are worlds better than what they were last year, and they have improved greatly. There's a lot of young talent. There's a lot of things to be optimistic about in this offensive line. So comment below. Tell me what you think about what Drake May had to say. As well, what we need to jump into, some moves, and nothing crazy. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but Jerry Rice's son, Brendan Rice, signed to the practice squad. I think there was some people, it was funny on Twitter, I saw some people react to this, and it was actually kind of funny. I'm not going to dog on him. I'm not going to dog on the move. Again, the reason I trust this organization, and I've said this before, is if they're not going out guns a-blazing trying to get a wide receiver or an edge rusher or depth at cornerback, though I think we need it, that means they feel comfortable in where they're at. Again, I never thought wide receiver was a pressing need for the Patriots. I didn't. I think Kayshon Boutte's going to be fine. Hopefully he's back come this weekend. Besides that, I think they've been great. Edge rush, I feel like we could use a little more of a rotational piece, and we talked about a home run trade, a single, whatever it might be. This move right here is just, hey, let's get a little depth on the practice squad. You never know. And I'm not gonna sit here and dog on Rice. Years ago I met Jerry Rice at a golf tournament. Such a nice guy. We were walking from the green to a tee box, and I walked up to him and I just said, "Hey Jerry, how you doing?" Like I didn't ask for an autograph, just started talking, and he kind of looked at me like, "What in the world?" And so we had a conversation. It was probably like maybe 2 minutes, but the nicest guy. I had no idea who I am. Just like, "Hey, so what do you do? What do you do for work? What do you do for work? Are you married? You have kids?" Blah blah. Like nicest guy. Not gonna say anything bad about Rice. Jonathan Ward. No surprise, Terrell Jennings has a solid game this past weekend against the Falcons. Shows that he can be productive. No need to keep depth on that practice squad. So not surprised. But comment below. Tell me what you think of these moves. Tomorrow, next day, we're going to be talking more about the Buccaneers game coming up. But what are your thoughts? Would love to hear from you. Enjoy your Thursday. Cup of coffee. Morning. I'm just saying random stuff now. I'll leave. Talk later. Peace.